called Syuth when you tell true stories. Syuth. Stories. They're real because they come from the beginning of time. That's what means. My name is Florence. My maiden name is Jo. My dad was Vincent Chester Joe and my mom was Mary Crocker. My ancestral name, it's Thi'yas and Thi'yas Tanat, and you can make another name out of it. It's Thi'yas Talnat. Putting the two names together, which I hope to give to my granddaughter. I think mainly why I want to share my stories, and at this day and age I feel that our history is threatened because other people want to claim the land, and we know the stories for the land. And on this inside lighthouse, that's where my great-grandfathers lived. The one that really owned the land was Moses Peter. His name was Itl Thi'yas. That's my dad's grandfather. Used to live with him, all in a one-room building. There was about 16 people on that hill that lived together. I was born and raised there, close to the point called Itl Thi'yas. It's the point, the inside, the second lighthouse. I was born in a one-room shack there where my parents were poor, and my sister was born after me. So two of us were born in that shack, one-room shack at the north end of Galiano. And it's a special meaning to me. And my dreams, I dream of it, that place where I was born. So we used to go to pick berries just up above that outer lighthouse. It's the outer portion. We used to pick berries there, salal berries and lady slippers. And the people used to bake the lady slippers and the lilies, the root. It's like a potato. Then we used to go up to Coon's Point. And I know it's Zachat is inside of it. It's a gravel bay. When you step on it, it's just pure gravel. It's a beautiful place to be. And when I went there to help the archaeologist, I told him how the landscape looked. And it helped him to find the big houses that were there. Yeah, and he found human remains too. I showed them the medicines and the plants there. It's a park now, I think. And it's part of our territory. Part of the teachings of the First Nation is when they tell you a story, you have to learn from it. That's why they tell us those stories, and all sorts to enhance your development as a child. Those are special memories. We used to row on a canoe when our mom left. We'd run away and get on a canoe. If there was nobody watching, we'd row out and try to follow our sisters. They used to fish salmon by the kelp bed, by that inside lighthouse. And we'd row, and one time we drifted away and we ended up by Hall Island, and we got a spanking for that. Because we drifted away and the tide was so strong and we couldn't row back, and we both wanted to cry, but it taught us a lesson. We couldn't wander away. My grandpa was a great storyteller. His name was Fred Joseph He'd tell us stories till we fell asleep. So the eclipse, to us First Nations people, it means the sun and the moon and the earth, they go to war up in your solar system, what you call solar. But to us, they're having a war of their own because they want to be the boss of that space where they are. So they go to war and they come together. And that's what the eclipse means. Natin is special in my memory. The story about the giant man who threw the boulders from Tawasan. He threw three. One landed in Gabriola, one landed in Cowichan Bay. Oh, I know where the other one is. It's on Mount Prevost. But when he stepped on Galiano Island, it's called Natin, Sturdy's Bay, and his footprint is there, his two footprints. My son went there to look for it, and it does a transformation. It can move around. It's just like anything else, and it can hide. And my son said that he was sitting there and he was sort of meditating, and he all of a sudden it appeared, it showed for him. And so it's special. And the giant, when he stepped over onto Galiano, he left those footprints. Knowing the story, when he told me about it, when he saw it, he was so thrilled by it. It confirms for him as the newer generation. He knows that my story is real, and he saw it, the evidence of the footprint. And so from there, I could tell him a story, another story like that, and he knows where to find it now. And what it means is he holds our history for us in the story that I tell. So when you tell the story, you don't tell all of it, you hold the pieces, because it has to be, it's your empowerment as a First Nation person. You hold pieces of the story, you tell the story, but you don't tell all of it. So that way, you can be empowered by that story just in your heart, so that it helps you to, stay alive in your heart. You'll never ever forget it. Hi, Cha. Matkwa, nasiya ya.